Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and there's a ton to talk about today. The first thing I wanted to mention, in my next video, I'm gonna do I'm gonna get Nick Durafato from Link2, who is one of my sponsors, and I'm gonna get him on, and we're gonna talk about the BlackRock ETF a little bit, but mainly we're gonna talk about the Uphold Ripple deal, and a couple of these clips in this video. One of them is this one that I wanted to get Nick's opinion on, because this captured my attention. And as you know, Link2 they have both Ripple, they have Uphold, and they have Link2 private equity on the platform. But this clip right here, to me, is very telling.
What's significant from my point of view is it's an example of how we're plugging Uphold as a platform into a large installed user base. So the ODL platform already handles hundreds of millions of dollars of flow a year. So it's not like you're plugging into a startup and you're inheriting execution risk. So for us, it's a very exciting project. It goes live on a very tight time frame, actually. We've got the first live trades due in December. So that
right there is what we want to talk about. What exactly does that mean? Going live December, what exactly does that mean? So you know the drill. Go check out Link2, my sponsor. Now, this is Kathy Wood, and they're pontificating about why Gary Gensler is so anti-crypto.
He taught at MIT so he understands that it's not a Ponzi scheme or a Beanie Baby. Right. So there has to be something else.
Well, I don't know what it is. I have wondered. There's speculation that he's interested in the Treasury Secretary position at some point. What does the Treasury Secretary do?
Protecting fiat for the government?
I mean, very focused on. I don't know. I don't understand it myself, because he definitely understands.
He understands.
Right. Now, look, the first thing to note here is the title. Everybody that they have on is Bitcoin, Ethereum. You know all of that. Then this was another, I got this out of order. Let me go to right here. This is her also in that clip. And I don't know if many of you remember, but the same people, it's all the same people, folks. The same group of people who have been giving you Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Ethereum for the last 10 years. Same people were the same people that were propping up FTX. They're also the same people that were promoting Solana before it collapsed and all of that. And now the same people that are now telling you we need to do FTX 2.0 are now talking about Solana again. And they're all the same people who will not speak of the word XRP or Ripple.
So Bitcoin and Ether.
And she's in the group. She won't talk about it either.
So Bitcoin and Ether, anything beyond that?
Well, there are infrastructure players. Solana is doing a really good job. I mean, if you look at Ether was faster and cheaper than Bitcoin.
XRP was faster than cheaper than both of them.
That's how we got Ether. Solana is even faster and cost effective than.
Why are they so terrified to even address the elephant in the room, which is XRP and XLM work better than any of them and are faster than any of them, and none of them ever mention those two.
Ether. So, there are infrastructure plays. We do believe Web3, digital assets. That's a big idea, actually. Digital assets with property rights. First time ever online that we're seeing property rights.
All right. Now, you think I'm a crazy conspiracy theorist, and that doesn't mean anything. That's just conspiracy that they're all pumping these certain things. Okay, well, meet this clip. I don't know why, but I kept seeing this clip going around the last couple of days, and so this is from 2018, and this is This is the stuff they were saying back then. It was the drumbeat. It was the marketing tagline. It was the talking points. Because everything we've watched, nobody expected that anybody would uncover it or show it and focus in on it. But we've been watching the Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, FTX marketing program for all these years. We've been watching a marketing program. The Bitcoin's going to replace gold and all that stuff. It's a big pile of garbage, and it's not true. But here's part of it. This is back when they were saying, the banks will never use Ripple.
For Business Week piece on this. So we've explained what Ripple is and what it wants to do, but the problem here is that its customers, banks, aren't buying into its proposition.
That's right. We spoke to executives at 7 of the largest banks in the world who are at the heart of the correspondent banking system, where you move money from the United States to Africa or Asia, or corporations need to make payments around the world. None of those executives want to use XRP. They don't want to get involved with cryptocurrencies, and moreover, the customers that they serve, like the Caterpillars of the world, the big corporations, they don't have an appetite for it either.
Right. So these are the guys they put out. Well, who is this Lessing guy? Who is Matt? What's his name? Yeah, Matthew Lessing. Well, just happens by pure coincidence to be the guy that wrote the book Out of the Ether, talking about how great Ethereum is. He's also the same guy that Laura Shin, who we know all about on this channel, has propped up many a time to have him on her show and create the cover story for the Dow and all the stuff. He was also the same guy that came on her show with Ryan Selkis back in the day to do nothing but bash Ripple as well. In fact, don't take my word for it. Ryan Selkis. Remember this bashing right here? Here it is. Ripple's XRP. Why its chances of success are low. I think Matt Lessing might be next in line to get a trip to the dunking booth, because you've been busted, guys. And then here's one. Check this out. This is good. This is a Google Cloud head of digital assets. Listen to what he says.
Continued growth in regards to developer adoption. The other thing too, I think there's been, there's always been a flourishment of new ideas and new companies, but I'm finally beginning to see institutional adoption, which I think is something that was required and needed. And for that, we need to have reliable, secure solutions, not net new, that have not been tested. So I think we have gone through a period where we needed to prove that reliability, that scalability, and that the products and services are secure to actually tap into institutional funds and institutional managers that were required to not only sell to Web3 community, but outside of the Web3 community into institutional and/or enterprises.
Now, you want me to show you what arrogance looks like? This. Gary Gensler tweeted this out yesterday. The investing public benefits from enforcement division's work as a cop on the beat. FY 2020. I told you folks, this guy's a sociopath. That he's a political hitman. This is one of that. There's a reason that he is in the camp of that woman that is married to a guy who used to be president. There's a reason he's in that camp. This guy's a political hitman. And he's a sociopath by design. That's how he's useful to them. So he has the ability to not care about the feelings or what people think or what the majority of the American people might think, or actually serving the people. He doesn't have to care about those things. Sociopath. John Deaton says, want to truly protect investors, then resign. Speaking of sociopaths, folks, you know who this is tweeting this? This is Mark Andreessen, who runs A16Z. Do you know what he's saying right here? This guy says 2 ways for an AI company to protect itself from competition. He retweets it and he says, lobby the government for regulatory capture and conspire to establish a cartel. This guy is, his company is the same, is A16Z, the same company that was meeting with the SEC to get the Ethereum free pass, the same company that later hired Bill Hinman after it was all over to be an advisor at A16Z. That, my friends, is a sociopath, if there ever was one. BlackRock finally came out after a couple of days. As we confirmed yesterday, BlackRock has not filed an iShares XRP trust. We've escalated this issue with the Delaware Division of Corporations. And Digital Perspectives makes the comment that is directly over the target. And that comment is, and why in the hell haven't you? XRP is the only digital asset with legal clarity. What are you waiting for? Now, then we have, this is Stephen Narioff was in he was in a Spaces with, Zach Rector was doing the Spaces yesterday. And what came out of it is this: Ethereum Insider promises big reveal in 48 hours, ramps up fraud claims. Okay, I'll play a short clip and then we're going to go into the group and go more into all of this.
I think the reason that the press is happening right now is you guys, like the XRP community was like, I watched it. I was really in shock about how much you guys pressured, but they could always use conspiracy theory. They could always use that. I was just like the final piece that came, and with me, they can't say that because they know I was there. They know who I am. All these guys that are writing about me have been writing about me for 10 years. So it's like they can't make that credibility. So now all of a sudden, you know, I was just kind of that final piece. But if it hadn't been for all of the buildup for 3 years from XRP, I don't think you would have seen that.
There you go, folks. Now, as we go into the group, here's the things we're going to talk about. These secret tapes. He goes a little further into the what's on these tapes. We're also going to give a little update on my X suspension. We're going to talk about some other things that are going on X. We're also going to show you an All the World's a Stage video clip. Then we're going to show a hilarious clip of Dr. Evil that's going around that I could only show in my private group. And then finally, I told you I've been cooking around here. I'm going to show you what I'm going to be cooking next and how I look for my recipes just for the fun of it. Thought that would be fun to let some of you see. I've been getting a lot of people asking me if they could see which one I'm doing next. Okay, so we're heading off into or let me do this. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that here we